What is up, chat? Alright, we got a new video today, and today's video is gonna be about how to love yourself. Pretty boring topic, just playing. It's a pretty good topic, but it's something that a lot of people don't know how to do, and they have a lot of questions as to what's easier said than done. Like, how do I get to that point where I can actually love myself? Because, a lot of people will tell you it's just you unlock the happiness of life and like all of this shit, and I'm gonna be real with you, it's not. But to an extent it also is. There's a line of where when you don't love yourself, which could be a lot of you watching this right now, I know a lot of people don't, and whether that's you being like, oh my gosh, I'm so ugly, for my ladies out there, I'm so fat, oh I'm so ugly. For my guys, oh I'm not big enough, I'm so skinny, or oh I'm so fat, like, you know what I'm saying? It's always good to be self-aware and actually put in the work to fix those things if you actually are, which you should be able to tell with your eyes or people telling you. But that's something that, like, it kind of leads into your body's a temple, right? It is something that you need to take care of, and what I mean by that is like the food that you put in your body every single day. If you're drinking a bunch of other liquids outside of water and you're just like sipping on a Coke every time you drink anything, or just anything of the sorts. But I would definitely have to say though, if you want to learn how to love yourself, you gotta start there. You gotta start with eating good so you feel good, you know what I'm saying? Fueling your body with the proper nutrients that it needs on a daily basis to get you through the day. And then secondly, for that, I would say you would also want to make sure that you have just a good amount of sleep, to be honest. If you want to wake up in a good, like, energy-filled mood, you need to wake up, or you need to go to bed at a good time. You need to wake up at a good time. Get outside, bro. Literally, wake up. Go upstairs. Sorry, I'm speaking from my perspective, but in my case, I would get up, go upstairs, go enjoy my sunlight. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at your phone, none of that. Just get up, go outside, or just even go sit in your living room. Like, just get some fresh air though, you know what I'm saying? So whether that's out of your room, just whatever you're at, I don't care if you got windows in your room, my boy, go outside. But all those things will fuel you to just have a better day. And one thing is too, that a lot of you guys, well, maybe not you guys yet, but if you're a little bit older than 20, you probably have this problem, and that is just a caffeine problem. A lot of people think that you need caffeine on a daily basis, but you really don't. In fact, it's naturally created in your body, so you don't even need it. But that, it's kind of like melatonin. It stops the production of it once you put it in your body because it thinks it doesn't need to make it anymore. And then that's when you become addicted to it, because it's like now your body doesn't know how to produce it again because you've done it for so long. So then now when you don't have it, you have like withdrawals and you're tired and you always need some. That's one of the best things to do though, is just get good sleep. I know that sounds crazy, and I'm a night owl myself. I need to listen to what I say because I just woke up and it's about 10 o'clock. So trust me, I'm still working on that journey myself. But for you guys, and not to mention, I've definitely had some times where I've actually got up at good times and I've made sure to take care of those things. But I'm working on other things right now, and you just got to take this stuff step by step until you master each one, and then just move up the list. I would say though, make sure you're putting good food in your body on a daily basis. Make sure you're getting the ample amount of sleep that you need, so that way you can fuel yourself throughout the day, as well as the food that you eat. But yeah, those are always some good ways to externally learn how to love yourself, and you'll see the benefits and reap the benefits of what you've sown, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of the first little section I wanted to go through. As well as you need to learn to be comfortable in your own skin. And that kind of goes hand in hand with the, oh, I think I'm fat. Like, just being insecure about yourself is a bad thing. Insecurities on a physical level, on any level really, they're not good. But this case in particular, I'm talking about physically. So you need to learn how to be comfortable in your skin. You need to be able to look at yourself and be like, hey, this is all I got. I can't go be someone else. I'm not gonna go and look like someone else. Like, comparison is truly the thief of joy, and when you compare yourself on a daily basis to just other people all the time, you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, you're seeing this model and that model, and you want to look like them, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bad problem that a lot of people in our generation specifically have dealt with. And I know for a lot of us, it's kind of started at the beginning of our lives because we were given phones by like 9, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not me personally, but I know a lot of people that were given phones by like 9. But that being said, you guys do need to make sure that you're staying off those socials as much. That will help a lot, because when you just sit there and you can't even train your mind to not compare or just be happy for someone else and not want what they have, then you're gonna always run into that problem of like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do with myself. I don't like what I look like. I don't want to be me. And people are so like, I guess they call it imposter syndrome, but it's where you just really don't feel like you want to be you. You don't like you. You're not comfortable in the skin that you have. But one thing I would say, just from personal experience, is to please hit the gym or do some sort of physical activity that makes you happy and get you to the position that you want to be, right? Because now, absolutely, is it a thing that like if you're overweight, should you go work out? Should you get in shape? Absolutely. But if you're already in decent shape, it doesn't even matter. I think the gym is good for everybody. And it also is just a lot of discipline. It teaches you so much to be like, okay, I got to show up here at this exact time every single day, or, every other day, or whatever you're going to do. But it's not that bad, Make sure that you're going and disciplining yourself just in the gym, and like when you're like, oh, I'm about done with the set, no, keep going. Like, it's just that type of thing. It teaches you to keep going and pushing your body to limits that you haven't explored yet, because you think you know yourself and you think you know everything about you and you hate it, but you really don't. You don't even know the half of it. So keep pushing. All right. But yeah, gym is one thing. You gotta learn to be comfortable in your own skin too. So those are some ways that I would say that could help though. But when it comes to it, at the end of the day, these are some of the perks, I guess, for when you go ahead and learn how to love yourself, right? And I mean that in a way of like, okay, I have fully came to the point of understanding that I love my body. I love everything about, like my brain. I don't think terrible things. I'm in a good mood. All right, but listen, when it comes to learning how to love yourself, and you kind of get to that point, there's so many things that could go right for you. Just not even caring like what people have to say about you, knowing exactly your worth. Like, you would be surprised how many things would be going your way just by learning how to love and respect yourself, okay? And yeah, like I said, the food and everything, that all falls in line. You're gonna find so many perks when you learn to love yourself though. You will find out that there's a lot of ways that it'll benefit you on a daily basis, and you will become more happy with yourself, and you'll be comfortable just getting up and doing those things. Like, me personally, I try to eat as good as I can. But sometimes push comes to shove. You gotta go get some fast food because no one's making food at home, or you don't have anything to eat at home. And for some people's situations, they can't do that. But still, then in that case, spend that money that you're gonna go spend on food. Like, let's say you're living by yourself, right? Go buy some food from the store. I guarantee you, it may not be cheaper up front, but it will save you a lot of money in the long run. So I just encourage y'all to definitely take those things seriously. Make sure you're getting in your vitamins. Make sure you're getting in just everything you need to make sure that you can feel the best way that you can, so you're running on 100%. So then when you're working on these things, I promise you, they won't even be as hard. Another thing is semen retention. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I will make a separate video on it, so I'm not going to go super in depth. But I will say that in itself, for my men out there, it'll make you feel just so much better. And I know it's a hard thing to be like, okay, I'm not going to do that, but I promise you, as someone I'm sticking to that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have for a while now, that you really need to just make sure that you don't do those things, because when you do, your body makes it feel like you're just comfortable. Like, you've already did the work of producing life, So now your body's like, oh, I'm comfortable. That's why people do it before bed. That's why people tend to feel lazy. You know, if they like have a day off and they did that twice a day, which is crazy. But I do know some people out there. It's bad, it's nasty. But just in general, I've even seen that difference of when I had started, and I, like right now, I feel like, I don't even know. I swear, like my testosterone levels have gone up, which they do say that helps, and that will happen. But I've gotten to a point now that I feel great. Every time I go to the gym, I lift the max that I could be lifting because I'm not feeling weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like a strong person. You have a bravado to you. You feel like a man. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'd say kids become men in some ways, but in a major way, really, is if you can discipline that part of your body, which is probably the hardest to do for a man. I'm gonna be honest. I think y'all could agree with me on that. But yeah, it really just shows that everything you do can affect and show how much you respect yourself. And if you honestly look at it in that way, like I said, just every time you're gonna do something that is kind of iffy, you know, like, how is this gonna affect me? Is this respecting myself? Because at the end of the day, like I said, you gotta remember, you're not gonna be nobody else. You're never going to change. You gotta deal with the cards you're dealt, you know what I'm saying? So maximize those to every potential you can, because there may be a fat kid out there, I'm not trying to be mean, but there may be an overweight person out there that could potentially have the frame to be one of the best looking bodybuilders ever, right? Like, just for an example, that person could never know that because they never took the time to discipline themselves and actually just pull themselves away from all those terrible habits and realize, like, oh, okay, if I actually do this, I feel better. My mental is way clearer. I'm happy on a daily basis. Now, right, you're gonna have your ups and downs, and we all do, right? But the amount of wins in a day compared to losses is gonna feel exponential. It's gonna be crazy. And you will really get to a point where you don't even have to worry about doing those things. They'll just completely go out of your mind. And now, yeah, there might be a temptation here and there, but one thing I'd fall into is don't listen to the, oh, it's just one time, I'll start again after this, right? That goes for food, that goes for pornography, that goes for everything. The gym, like, don't be doing that. Don't give yourself no excuses to do it ever again. Tell yourself you're gonna stop, like 100%. Stop doing all of that, because I know myself, personal experience, right? I've definitely spent a lot of time where I've, I guess, told myself that I wasn't gonna, or I did stop something for like a week, and then I would be like, oh, it's just one time, I'll just do it this once, and then it's fine, and then I'll stop again. But I tell you what, that's where you will make or break your discipline. That very moment right there where you make that decision, you're either gonna lessen your discipline or heighten it. It's gonna go way higher. And you know, it's kind of like, one way I like to think of it is it's like credit. You know, you build credit slowly over time, but if you start doing bad things a lot, it's gonna just chunk out of your credit, right? Kind of the exact same thing. But anyways, this is all I got for you guys today. It's gonna be a little short video, but I do appreciate y'all for stopping in. And do remember, please take care of your body. The things you eat, the sleep you get, go to the gym. And fourth of all, learn how to please go look in the mirror, deal with your problems, and then also look at yourself and be like, okay, do I need to fix these things? Absolutely. But guess what? I was only given one body, so that's what I'm going to deal with. And learn to just genuinely love it. Because you know the saying, you don't know what you got till it's gone? Well, guess what? When you die, are you going to look back and be like, wow, I missed that, and like, I wish I would have done more with it? I'm just telling you guys, you can truly transform yourself in a full 180-degree pattern. It doesn't matter. And I highly encourage this to people that are getting out of a rough breakup, someone who's dealing with, you know, a loved one passing away. Just anytime that you're in a very dark place, or even someone who's depressed, definitely make sure that, I know it's hard, and I'm with you on it, it sucks. All of that stuff does. But please, all I beg of you is just to actually try to put in and implement these things for a solid month. And you even give it like 2 weeks, especially with like food. That'll be something that'll completely be erased. But anyways, like I said, that's all I got for you today. But hopefully this is able to help you guys out and potentially figure out where you need to be in life and just give you a guidance, you know what I'm saying? Especially for people my age, I know that you're kind of looking for guidance and how to get out of this state of life that you're in. So yeah, but I wish the best of luck to you. Keep manifesting, keep dreaming, and keep on working hard, y'all. I love you guys to the moon and back. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, listening to this banger of a video. Yeah, but I'm super glad I was able to help you guys, or hopefully I was able to. And yeah, I'll catch you on the flip.